Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Here goes another one. Like a what? Like a torta with a snack habit. Buy up. I had to hit the butterfly on him one time. What is that? The couscous? I had to get it. Anyways, trip out. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there in the menudo style in a direct fashion, gangsters or rappers or gangster rappers. One never knows, does one. But I know the wind's blowing today right here on Gunners Collective, and I'm going to give it to you raw, diggity, and direct. Now, trip out on this. Spensa en la tira. But we're going to have to keep it real. Because I've been noticing a lot of these gangster rappers getting real so gangstified, right? They've been playing these streets close, man. And they've been locking their asses up. Heard of it, right? Is that how they said it? Remember in Living Colors? Z formation. They've been locking their ass up in Z formation quick. As quick as they're getting out on the streets, they're going right back to prison, jail, the county. All bad, man. Anyone who sat in the county jail before, they already know it sucks. That's the only way to put it. But trip out, I've been noticing people like Chito Ranas. He got out after doing an extensive amount of time and got right back in the mix, right? Payaso, a rapper out of, I think he's out of Washington, a Southsider. He got out, orale, right back in. And so many other rappers. You know, you got rappers like Peso that's locked up. You got rappers what was his name? Money Sign Suede, who didn't quite make it backwards. You just got a lot of these young Southern rappers that seem to be going in and out. But it's not just Southern rappers, it's Northern rappers too. You know, you got rappers like Babyface Wood that's sitting down. And then you had other rappers that were going in and out and out and in. That's just the way it is. When you play the streets close, the streets will play you closer. And you will go back to jail. See, back in the days, we grew up on Ice Cube. Tupac, now that motherfucker did time, right? But Tupac, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, you ain't never seen Dr. Dre go in and out. You ain't never seen no Cube go in and out. Cube ain't never even been in. These vatos talked about what they knew about, but never were really about that particular thing, that particular gang, that particular gangbang. They never really did that. They just were the spokesman and the people that you looked for some type of, I don't know, clarity. These were the vatos that put it out there, but never were really about that. Well, times have changed, Holmes. Spensa la tira, gore! Can I get a shot of coffee for the woods? Times have changed. And gangster rappers truly are gangster rappers. But are they just gangsters or rappers? Because as soon as they get incarcerated or locked up, we start hearing funny stories. We start hearing stories and whispers. And maybe that's people just pushing propaganda. Maybe that's people just woofing and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People just wanting to speak on their name for clout or whatever. But all of a sudden, we're hearing stories like Chito Ranas locked it up. Did he? One never knows, does one. I'm not going to sit here and take the time out of my day to kind of Google Earth it and figure out where the fuck he's at. I know he's in the LA County Jail. I know he's doing time. Now, whether he's doing it on the general population mainline yard or whether he's doing it behind a protective custody door, I don't care. He's still doing time. None of that matters to me. Now, it matters to the people that listen to him that are so gangsterfied that really, I'm going to stop listening to Chito. No, fuck that. The Chito locked it up. Okay, that's it. You know, the meth, I forgave. The sweating during the video, all tweaked out, I forgave. The kicking back with 50 Bloom, I forgave. But when it comes to locking it up, I'll never forgive him. Fuck yeah, I'm not bumping him anymore. I'm going to stick over here to Sweaty Blue. Right? And then they do their thing. Let me tell you. Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows but his familia because, of course, from what we've heard, his close friends ain't dealing with them no more. And that's what happens. See, these youngsters need to understand that part of the game. That's the part of the game they don't understand. When Chito Ranas first got out of jail, the first thing we seen was Swifty Blue pull up. Hey, homie, put a chain on him. Put a gold ring on him here. Orale. Look, watch out. Here's my gold ring. You can have it. Right? He put a gold ring on him. He did all that. And then a few months later, Chito basically is on his own because he gets incarcerated. And where's the love at? Now, a lot of people are woofing on Swifty. Hey, Holmes, you're not showing that love to him anymore. Well, there's only so much he can do. Put a little bit of feria on his books. You know what I mean? You can't go visit him. You know, he's looked at, he's the big ex-convict himself, right? Is he? One never knows, does one. You know, he did a little time in a dorm, but at the same time, he's not the one to go pull up and visit all the time. And it's not going to happen like that. You got to knock you up his ass. You got to get you a little torta that pays like she weighs, and she's going to go in there like a Twinkie and spread it for you. You get all the filling in the middle. And of course, your familia, if they're able to make it, if they have feria like that, then of course you can get a visita here and there. Now, there are some vatos that get visitas every weekend. They got fucking stacks of mail coming. Sabes que, hey, they hit it for the hard way. They did it they did it for themselves. They hustled. They put themselves in a position to be in a position like that. Now, if you know you're going to get incarcerated, if you know you're out there carrying a thang, you know what I mean? If you know you're out there wiggling and making moves like that, then it's up to you, to establish a foundation of real righteous people around you that will support you while you're incarcerated. See, that's all our problem. It's always been, was mine. Never had no foundation, no set real ones, man, to take care of you while you were incarcerated, because you do need taking care of. I'm a grown man, fuck that, no one taking care of me. Mom, I don't have no soul. Can I get $10, right? Orale, we all need $10. Let me tuck it before I fuck it up. Now trip out. That's just part of the game. And you need to understand and grasp that concept of being incarcerated and being in that game. Now, if you're a rapper, you might feel, because when you're out, everyone's on you. Chito, Ranas, all the young homies were there. Orale, gold chains, you know what I mean? Whether they were stolen or not. And, you know, guns and things of that nature. These are all props, excuse me, right? And all this shit that they had going on, all this allegedly stuff they had going on, and the homies was right there. There was big old tortas right there. I seen one, she had a big ass mole on her ass in the video, right? Just dancing. They had it going on. But how long is that going to last you when you're really playing the streets close? You're either a gangster, homie, or a rapper. Or you can be a gangster rapper, but not really be about that gangster shit. Just be a spokesman for that lifestyle. Now, when it comes to payaso, it's a different story there, eh? This is an individual I feel that's targeted. Yeah, I said it. Targeted. Not by the other gente, not by the raza, not by the enemigos. No, he's targeted by the placas. He's targeted by an entity that's bigger than himself. He's targeted by people that knows he has that type of clout, man. That vato is really on that gangster shit. He's really doing his thing. Now, I don't want to speak too much on him because I don't know what he's got going on in the courts, and I definitely don't know what he's got going on in the streets. But one thing I'll say for sure is everything I've ever seen or heard about the individual has been solid, righteous, and very charismatic. The vato's about his business. And he goes in there and he ain't no sucker, no new booty to this time, right? He goes in there, does his time, sits down, gets back out, violation. They lock his ass back up. Gets out, violation. They lock his ass back up. And that can only lead me to believe one thing and one thing only. The vato poses a serious threat to the safety and security of the guys and what the placas think is going on without even really knowing if peanut matches the butter. That's just how it is. When you're considered a real one and you're doing real things, other entities will recognize, man. And it seems in his case, it looks like the placas have an idea and they have a grand scheme for him. And the grand scheme is keep his ass locked up so he don't touch them streets and so bad things don't happen. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's involved or allegedly doing these bad things. It's just how they feel. When they feel how they feel, I said, then you're going to feel how you feel. And that's county all day, every day. Now, when it comes to Chito Ranas, it's a different story. Is this guy truly a gangster rapper? Well, he got out with the cry for help. Nobody knows. Now, we all know, Holmes. We've all sat down. We've all been there. Half the people that listen to your music listen to it because they reminisce and it brings them nostalgia. We all know, bro. We've all done tiempo. We've all been there. We've all done the time. And we understand and we know how people turn their back on you. And we know what it is to sit there and fucking look at that toothpaste like it's very tasty. You know what I mean? You're wondering if you're going to get crest fully clean on two fronts. We understand the elements of getting locked up and your homeboy's out there boning your chick and boning her well, right? She's doing it, she's doing it, she's doing it well. He's doing it, he's doing it, he's doing it swell, right? And you're like, oh, no, he's doing it, hell no, right? Yes, hell no, we won't go. Because while you're incarcerated, other individuals keep pushing. See, the game doesn't stop for anyone. The game has a start, a go, and an end, Holmes, but it never ends. Because more players keep getting involved. And as more players get involved, guess what, Humps? You're going to go to jail and not fucking get to, you're not even going to get a chance card. It's a Monopoly reference. You're not going to do that. You're just going to go to jail. You're out the way. And what happens when people keep getting incarcerated because of the moves they're making while on the streets? Well, people forgive and forget about them. Man, I'm just going to forget. He's locked up too much, eh? He's not entertaining me. So I just can't need entertainment. Order this, Swifty! For some reason, you're always able to get caught with things and just swift out of it. I guess I'm gonna bump Swifty Blue from now on. I've heard so many conspiracy theories lately. You know, every rapper that gets around Swifty Blue, they get incarcerated or they get locked up. And it has nothing to do with him telling and things of that nature. So I'm not going to put that on the thing. For some reason, my ear wants to stick out today, and I don't know why, right? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him telling on people or this and that, and I'm not going to put that on that man's plate, because whether he does that or he doesn't, that's none of my business anyways, and I don't care. One thing I know for sure is it's just bad luck, eh? You know, you deal with that individual, you deal with that individual. Now, is he a real street gangster? Is he a real street ninja, like they call it? Oh, power! One never knows, does one? But when the wind blows around Swifty, people huffed, puffed, and got blown back to the county. That's just it. It's just coinky dinks. It's coincidence, right? It just happens. Now, gangsters or rappers, can you be both? No. You know, I've said it many times. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You can't be, eh? You can be. If you're a real gangster, Holmes, if you're really out there living that life, you're activated like a Jerry curl, Holmes. You're doing it like a perm. I didn't say sperm, I said perm. You're really out there wiggling, right? You ain't got time to rap. You ain't got time for that bullshit. If you do rap, Holmes, best believe there's some meaning behind it. Ask King Von. You know what I mean? Ask Leche de Sanjo. If you do say things in your videos or in your rap songs, Holmes, best believe if you're on that gangster tip, you're really living that life. And ultimately, you're going to end up one place and one place only. And that's not locked up, eh? That's in a pine box wearing some pine ones. That's how it is. That is how it is. Because you're really living that life. See, you can only worship one master, eh? You can't worship two. You ain't got time to be dedicated in the studio like a hardcore rapper and to be living that gangster lifestyle. Ask Tupac. He tried to worship two masters, and what happened? They Master P'd him, right? You can't worship two. You have to be dedicated full-fledgedly and wholeheartedly to one thing. Now, when I see rappers like Chito, Ranas, who are very confused, man, who I have nothing but respect for because, you know, I don't know the Vato like that. You know, I know his music is proper. I know some of the things he says and some of the things he's got going on, I could identify with as of back in the days. I was in that mix too. But as being an older Vato now, an OG, right? A veterano, someone who's older and out the mix, Holmes, I can sit back and reflect and say, hey, that Vato's going down one road and one road only. And it ain't the yellow brick, eh? It's the yellow dick. Let me tell you, he's going down a road that he isn't prepared for. When you're incarcerated and you're locked up constantly, Holmes, you cease to become a rapper. Now you're just a fucking Vato that's locked up against you that can rap. See, when you're a rapper, Holmes, that's doing some of that gangster shit, that's cool. Oh, that was a rapper, Holmes, but he be on that gangster tip. Now, when you become a gangster, you're not a gangster on that rapper tip. You're a gangster that knows how to rap. That's it. Now, there's a thin line between love and hate, just like there's a thin line between guns and fate. And I'm going to tell you the fate of getting caught with the strap and a gun when you're out there wiggling, when there's a target on your back, there's a very good chance that you're going to find yourself incarcerated in that LA County jail, which Chito Ranas has. The Vato said it, did an interview, I'm on the run, eh? Basically wanted that attention, whether that attention was for clout and for people to say, damn, Holmes, he's a gangster, he's on the run. Well, guess what, Holmes? I was on the run too, because I wasn't trying to go back. Everybody does that run time. How you do that run time is really a measure of a man and how you perform during that run. Most people, when they're on the run, they commit more and more and more crime because fuck it, Holmes, you got to do what you got to do to stay alive because nobody wants to be around you and ain't no one fucking with you and ain't no one bucking with you and definitely ain't no one trying to be ducking with you. So everyone's going to kick you to the curb while you swerve, man. And word on the curb is you're going to fucking do some things that you don't necessarily want to do, I said. And while the wind blows, the gangster shit grows. And then you find yourself incarcerated not only for the violation, but for more things that you did while you were on the run. And believe me, they will use everything you say against you. It's just how it is. Pensa la tira, but I fuck with it. Now, gangsters or rappers, the reason I say gangsters or rappers is because you can't be one or the other. I mean, you could be one or the other, but you can't be both. It's not one and the same, Holmes. You don't see an old gangster rapper besides Ice Cube, and look he's making movies like Are We Done Yet? He's done. He's been done. That Vato's been done since Friday Part 2. Hated it. You know what I mean? He's been done since that. So what we got to really understand, gente, is what we're really visualizing, what we're looking at. If we love entertainment and we're watching these Vatos for the entertainment factor, hey, the Vatos locked them again, eh? I seen it coming, eh? That shit's cool, eh? Wait, let me see what time it is. Swifty's not locked up again? Damn, that shit is fucking always like that, huh? If you're doing it just for that, it's cool. It's whatever, bro. You know what I mean? Get up, take your ass to work, comes and listen about Chito locked up. Now, when people are pushing the propaganda and the bullshit of him locking it up while incarcerated, I wouldn't be surprised, gente. You want me to keep it real without woofing on the man? Because I will. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, there's a difference from being pushed out, whacked, removed, for whatever the case may be, and you're no longer welcome back to the chanti. You're no longer welcome back to the pad, eh? You're no longer welcomed on that general population yard because your people felt that if for no other reason you didn't have what it takes, and they cut you away from that cloth, right? They pushed you out, they whacked you, they removed you. It could have been you boned some other homeboy's old lady and they didn't feel right, even though you're the most gangsterous motherfucker on the yard with two straps in your asshole. They felt that if for no other reason you didn't have what it took, Holmes, to make that unsweetened tea sweetened, right? You just weren't the adjective or the preservative that they needed, man, to make that Kool-Aid sweet. So guess what? You're out of here. That's it. They'll go bitter, man. They'll go bitter for another winter. And that's just it. Now, if you decide to lock it up, if you decide, hey, this is not for me anymore, Holmes, I'm cool, that's a route you can go to. And some people that have been around are going to respect it. Like, hey, they'll have to put in all the work. He did his thing, Holmes. But at the end of the day, hey, he's tired of not getting visitas. He was tired of all his people dying, on the other side of the walls. He had his own shit going on. It is what it is. Now, they're not going to welcome you back. I'm down on bended knees. They're not going to do that. Guard, are they going to do that? They're not going to do that, motherfucker. They ain't. They're not going to welcome you back. It ain't going to be none of that. But some people that have been around the block in the 6'4" with 4 flats, man, just rolling on rim, know exactly what time it is, and they'll respect that gangster. Now, if you decide, no, hell no. Did you see that right there? That was a pentagram. No, hey. Guard! Right? And you decide to fuck me? No, fuck you. You decide to chew on the banana and bounce? Now, those are the individuals that people proclaim have PC'd up. The ones that have literally walked into the program office and locked it up for one reason or another. Did you see Big U? He knocked out 32. I can't go. I can't do it. I can't do it. Those are the vatos that go somewhere to there are no return. I've seen it happen before it happens, eh? That's what they're trying to say Chito Ranas did or is in the midst of doing, locking it up because he can't hang in the LA County jail. Now, he's going to get there's going to be vatos that don't like his rap style, eh? There's going to be some vatos that want to test his ability. They want to see just how gangster you are. But that comes to everyone, man. When you're putting a target on your back, when you're mainline on social media, man, when you're doing your thing on social media and everyone's listening to you every day, say that rah-rah shit or say that bullshit or say that real shit, people are going to test your ability as a man. They're going to call you out. They're going to want to see you. And it's up to you how you answer them fucking questions and how you identify, I got people all the time, hey, Gun, I want to fight you. Nope. But I want to fight you. No. Why not? Because I don't want to fight you. Are you sure? Absolutely. Okay. Then we're okay then. You know what I mean? You got to do it like that. But when people, when you're in a position like being locked up, especially in a place like LA County Jail, to which I've only heard horrible stories about, right? And it's real gangsterish. I got to give them their props, man. They've been doing some crazy shit there for years and years and years. I can understand a vato being from Sacramento, being from up north, whether he's a Southsider or not, and I don't know the intricacies and the details into how the Southsiders feel about that situation, if they're going to fucking embrace a man or if he's going to get a little hazing and tough love. I don't know. But I know one thing for sure, for people out here to be automatically, within day one, the vato barely got locked up for the cuete, allegedly, right? And people are already like, he locked it up. He locked it up, eh? Why? Is that what you would do? Trip out, man. Let that man do his time, Holmes. However it works out for him, the time doesn't stop, man. You're still going to listen to his music. So I don't know what the fuck you're tripping on. I don't do that shit. I don't support that 6ix9ine to the day. I know you were holding on to that motherfucking toilet bowl like in Vogue, but hold on to your love. So you got to hold on. Vatos are still supporting the vato. Well, he gave money in Honduras to like 30 kids. I've seen it. Did you? Bang, bang. You see what you want to see. Whether that man locked it up or not, that's his business, man. Whether Payaso continues to get fucked with is his business. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect us. Entertainment-wise, it does because we don't get to listen to the proper and the good music that we want to listen to. And we're hoping people learn and take these vatos as an example that if you're out there really living that life, Holmes, if you're really out there applying pressure and doing your thing, guess what happens? They're going to lock your ass up. The man doesn't want us to open up doors for other Chicanos. The man doesn't want the raza to prosper. Who's the man? Can we get a shot of coffee? We're the man, right? I'm just saying, there's entities there and there are people there that don't want to. They're going to hinder you at every turn, eh? That's what it's all about. It's up to us that have platforms, us that are on social media, us that are really doing it in the streets, us that are pushing these nonprofit organizations, us that are real motherfuckers really trying to help, man. You got to heed the word. We can't do it ourselves. It takes one person pushing it. It takes one person catching. So I say the pitcher needs the catcher, not the catcher that needs the pusher. It's just, I'm your pusher, man. It's just what it is. Anyways, gente, with that being said, can you be a gangster and a rapper? My answer, what I would say is no, man. You could be just a gangster that raps a little bit. I've been around vatos. all in Tracy and DVI on the wire. Hey, Spencer on Latino on the wire. Can we be quiet? Because the homeboy fucking Dirty Nasty is going to rap. Get it, ese? Boom, 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 boom. And he does his thing. And then guess what happens after that? Nothing. I warm my water up with the stinger and I ate my sopa. It's just another day incarcerated. The homeboy was just dumb enough to entertain me. That's it. That's real G-like. That's what they really do. And that's what they really think about you. With that being said, gente, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Oh, and before we even do that, is Chito Ranas, did he lock it up? My answer is, I don't think so. But I don't know. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming to you. And remember, at the end of each and every day, the gun's still going to be here. And we still going to be rocking, man. And I hope that you go out there and get it for your familia, man. Throw your boots on. Take off your pro wings and pro like a wing. And do your thing. You already know what it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I truly motherfucking believe in. And that's being as real as I can be and spitting as real as I can spit. For those of you that don't like it, hey, maybe it's not meant for you to listen. The gun. Bang, bang.